Hey guys, welcome back to another video. This is another book review. This is part of the Green Sisters series by the Partner Plot. This is book 2 by Kristina Forrest. This one is about the sister Violet, and she ends up pretty much years later running into her high school sweetheart Xavier. And on prom night, she tells him that their futures don't align, even though she planned on being a huge celebrity stylist. He plans on being in the NBA, things like that. Pretty much a year and a half later, they end up breaking up. But what stuck out to me was when she said on prom night, our futures don't align. He throws it back in her face due to the fact that he pretty much got injured while practicing and things like that. And he basically threw what she pretty much said back in high school back in her face. So years later, he's pretty much a high school English teacher. She's basically pretty much a celebrity stylist and things like that. So they end up basically running into each other in Vegas. And when they run into each other, is she didn't want to make it awkward, but next thing you know, weeks later, after the fact, she ends up getting hurt and she has to basically. No, wait, hold on. I'm going too far forward. After they pretty much. The same night that they met up, they basically ended up getting drunk, waking up in bed with rings on their fingers. And they didn't realize that they probably pretty much got married. But in Vegas, there's a lot of wedding chapels that are pretty much fake or whatever. And next thing you know, you end up saying and getting married and don't remember even getting married. So a couple of weeks later, she does an interview, and the interviewer pretty much asks her about her ex-fiance from the first book, the neighbor Favor, because there was a few pieces in there with her and her ex-fiance, but with them being together, and then he ends up leaving her. So she ends up telling the interviewer, "Yeah, I'm married," such, and she just goes in, but she tells the truth, but she didn't say who the man that she was married to, just to sit here and pretty much to throw off the interviewer of basically of her hurting from her last relationship. So once Xavier finds out, he basically rushed to her, but before that, she ends up basically getting hurt. She ends up basically fracturing her ankle, so she had to basically be off of it for 6 weeks and basically not be able to work. So they ended up, going along with the lie, saying that they was married. And throughout the time, they ended up pretty much, in a sense, still going along with it, but basically re pretty much rekindling a friendship, but let alone an old relationship that they basically left when they both was pretty much in college. So this is a slow burn. I think all 3 books was a slow burn. So yeah, so next thing you know, but even Xavier, he had, plans and aspirations as well. But the plan and aspiration that he wanted to do was to basically be better and move, into a higher position so that he could basically have money, pay his bills, things like that. But all in all, at the end, they ended up basically telling the truth, and they ended up pretty much getting engaged. Because in the 3rd book, they pretty much got married already. So for me, I wouldn't be able to sit here and spin the block on any of my exes. Because it's like this: 2 of my exes, one is getting ready to have a kid, and the other one is already has a kid. I cannot spend. I don't know if it's the Scorpio in me, but once I date you and we break up, that's it. And if we basically rekindle a friendship, we'll rekindle a friendship. But if not, or if something happens, that friendship has to basically be deaded as well. For me, it's like this: if I dated you, I know you. Even though you have to still reintroduce yourself to me, but I still know you. I know your habits. I know the pros and cons. I know pretty much everything about you. So for me, I wouldn't be able to sit here and spin the block on any of my exes. No, absolutely not. I love y'all, but I have to love y'all from a distance. So if you guys want to sit here and get this book, just I'll have her tag down below. This is the partner plot. This is the Green Sister series, and I'll be doing another book review and a reading passage from the Love Lyric book. That's book 3. Yeah, because that's the one with Iris. So I'll sit here and do that one probably in maybe a day, maybe a couple of days. Even though I put a post already up on the community section of my YouTube channel. Hopefully by the end of the week, all these will be pretty much uploaded. So yeah, you can basically like, comment, share, subscribe to my YouTube channel, Miss Scorpio 29 Valentine. You can follow me up on Instagram, Miss Scorpio 29, and I see you guys in the next video, which is the reading passage of the partner plot. All right, thanks.